If you're eating right and exercising, but still have belly fat that won't budge, even when you're doing everything right, it's probably not your fault. What if I told you that the real problem isn't about eating less or working out more? The real culprit behind stubborn belly fat is something called cortisol, your body's stress hormone. And when cortisol is chronically high, it literally programs your body to store fat right around the midsection. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why you can't lose belly fat when your cortisol is high. And most importantly, what you can do to fix it in the next 30 days without counting a single calorie. So stick with me until the end, because this could be the missing piece. I'm Dr. Rosemarie, a doctor of health psychology with a specialty in cortisol. So let's talk about why traditional weight loss advice fails. You've been told your entire life that weight loss is simple: calories in, calories out. Eat less, move more. But what if that advice is actually making things worse? When you're constantly restricting calories and over-exercising, your body interprets this as stress. And stress triggers the release of cortisol from your adrenal glands. Cortisol is supposed to help you survive emergencies, giving you quick bursts of energy. But when cortisol stays elevated day after day from chronic dieting, undersleeping, and overexercising, and emotional stress or blood sugar swings, your body just goes into survival mode. When cortisol is chronically high, three things are going to happen. Your body becomes insulin resistant. This means your cells cannot use glucose for energy effectively, so your body stores it as fat, specifically around the belly. Your hunger hormones spike, and high cortisol increases ghrelin, your hunger hormone, and decreases leptin, your fullness hormone. This is why you can't stop craving sugar and carbs when you're stressed. Your body stores visceral fat. Visceral fat is a dangerous fat that wraps right around your internal organs. So unlike subcutaneous fat, the fat that you can pinch, it's right under your skin, visceral fat has more cortisol receptors, and when cortisol is high, your body literally sends the fat right to your belly. It's not about vanity. Visceral fat is metabolically active and increases your risk for diabetes, heart disease, and hormonal imbalances. So if you've been stuck in the cycle of eating less and exercising more and seeing zero results, it's not a lack of willpower. It's your body fighting against your stress hormones. Two types of belly fat. Let's talk about what makes it worse. Not all belly fat is created equally, and understanding the difference could be the key to finally losing it. There are two types of belly fat. There's subcutaneous fat. This is the pinchable fat that sits right under your skin. It's soft, it's squishy, and while it may be frustrating cosmetically, it's not as metabolically dangerous. Visceral fat, on the other hand, is the deep belly fat that surrounds your internal organs, like your liver, your pancreas, your intestines. You cannot pinch it because it's deeper inside your abdomen. This is the fat that gives you that hard or tight belly. Visceral fat has 4 times more cortisol receptors than subcutaneous fat. And that means when your cortisol levels are elevated, your body preferentially stores fat in your belly area, specifically the dangerous visceral kind. Research shows that people with high cortisol levels have significantly more visceral fat, even when their total body weight is normal. This is why you might see people who are thin everywhere else but carry their weight right around the middle. It's a classic sign of cortisol dysfunction. And here's the good news. Cortisol is something you can control. You just need to have the right strategies, which I'm about to share. The blood sugar cortisol connection is your secret weapon. Now here's the connection almost nobody talks about. Your blood sugar and your cortisol levels are intimately linked, and fixing one can fix the other. Every time you eat, your blood sugar rises. So if you eat high sugar or high carb foods without enough protein, fat, or fiber, your blood sugar is going to spike rapidly. Now, in response, your pancreas releases insulin to bring it back down. But if your blood sugar drops too quickly, also known as a blood sugar crash, your body perceives this as an emergency and releases cortisol and adrenaline to bring it back up. This is why you might feel shaky, irritable, anxious, or desperate for sugar a few hours after eating. It's not just hunger, it's a stress hormone response to blood sugar instability. When this happens multiple times a day, skipping breakfast, maybe eating high carb meals, going too long between meals, or relying on caffeine instead of food, you're chronically elevating your cortisol. And remember, chronically elevated cortisol equals belly fat storage. Here's a game changer. When you stabilize your blood sugar, you automatically lower cortisol. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Here's how to do it. Eat protein with every meal and snack, at least 20 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast. Don't skip meals or go more than 3 to 4 hours without eating during the day. So you're eating balanced meals with protein, healthy fats, and fiber to slow the glucose absorption. Have a small bedtime snack if you wake up between 2 and 4. This helps to stabilize your blood sugar overnight. Blood sugar stability is the most underrated tool for lowering cortisol and losing belly fat. This is why extreme dieting, intermittent fasting, or skipping meals can backfire for so many people. It keeps your cortisol chronically high and your body in fat storage mode. And when you nourish your body consistently, your cortisol naturally comes down. If you want a deeper dive into the blood sugar cortisol connection and exactly what to eat to balance both, check out my How to Calm Cortisol guide. I'll link it for you right there in the comments. Okay, so now you know why you can't lose belly fat, high cortisol. But what can you actually do about it? Let me give you the exact 30-day protocol to reset your cortisol and finally lose that stubborn belly fat. Lowering cortisol isn't about one magic pill or one perfect workout. It's about a lifestyle that supports your body's natural stress response. Think of it as turning down the volume on stress, not eliminating it completely, but giving your body the rest and recovery that it needs to heal. Week 1, get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Non-negotiable. Poor sleep is the number one cortisol disruptor. Morning sunlight exposure helps. Get outside within 30 minutes of waking for 10 to 15 minutes. This helps to set your cortisol rhythm. Eat a protein-rich breakfast within an hour of waking. This helps to stabilize your blood sugar and it prevents cortisol spikes from skipping breakfast. No coffee on an empty stomach. Have your coffee after or with breakfast to avoid blood sugar crashes. Week 2, blood sugar stability. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein, healthy fats like avocado and olive oil and healthy nuts. You might also try a bedtime snack if needed. If you wake up at night, try a small snack before bed, like Greek yogurt, for example, with berries or a handful of nuts. Now in week 3, let's talk about movement. You're going to take daily walks, 20 to 30 minutes. Walking lowers cortisol, unlike intense cardio, which can raise it. Visceral fat doesn't just sit there. It is metabolically active, releasing inflammatory compounds and hormones that further disrupt your metabolism and make it even harder to lose weight. It is a vicious cycle. And the key takeaway here is this. If you have belly fat that won't budge, no matter what you do, you're likely dealing with a cortisol problem, not a calorie problem. And that means the solution isn't to eat less. It's to lower your stress hormones and heal your metabolism. Download my How to Calm Cortisol Chaos Guide. It's going to give you simple steps to start lowering your cortisol right now. When you start prioritizing your sleep, eating balanced meals, and moving your body in a way that doesn't stress it out, and giving yourself permission to rest, your cortisol will naturally come down. And when cortisol comes down, belly fat starts to go away. Small, consistent changes add up to massive results over time. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more hormone balancing, metabolism healing content just like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.